No YouTube. Okay, I'm going to use my clever pen to describe something. Now, a lot of people don't understand this, but I draw it. And that is really crappy resolution. So anyway, this. So we'll call this one Earth. Unearthed. So this is a vessel, and it has a positive on the surface and a negative under the surface. And then we look at one that has a metal, surface, and it's touching the Earth. Okay, so this is the Earth, and it has a solution. There is on that one, there's a positive electrode, so a wire coming to it, and a negative electrode. Okay, and the same thing, there's a positive electrode coming to the water surface. We draw a plus on that, and then there's a negative electrode under the water. But this one's earthed, and what I mean is that the conduction of the whole thing contacts the Earth, creating a different result. Okay, so we call that earthed. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around, so I'll play in advance. Okay, and so what happens is when you get saline solution, in other words salt water, and you run an electric power source into it, two wires, one being positive, one negative, because the salt's in it, it helps to conduct electricity through the solution, because you're talking about water, with salt added, dilute it, and then it becomes salt water. But because this vessel is a plastic vessel or a glass vessel, it sits on a plastic base. The Earth is underneath, but it's not contacting because of the insulative plastic. Okay? So that's like wearing shoes. There's the other one, they're wearing bare feet. And bare feet is the metal, or the conductive, which is like the human body's feet. Okay, so what happens in the unearthed is the shining like a star of the positive. Okay, so I've done like a flame around it sort of thing. So that's where the energy comes off, and the gases come out of the negative. Now there is carbon that comes out of the positive, but with the other way around, the positive becomes the gas emitter, and you get more carbon dioxide. So you get CO2 on this one, and we get hydrogen, which I'll just put the letter H, and the unearthed. So the unearthed is it's negative dominant. Okay, and the earth is positive dominant, but there is something going on that's unseen. So in the unearthed, the positive, which I've drawn a circle around, when it's underwater, if it's made out of metals, they shed into like rusting to fine metal particles, whereas the negative is gas, so that's gas. Okay. Can't really see so well because the lighting is a little shit. Apologise for that. Basically, what's going on is the positive one in the unearthed positive equals. My gosh, I'm not making a very good equal sign. Equals clumping. That means I'm bringing the atoms together and crushing them. So there's crushing and there's corroding type of effect. That's the positive effect. But whereas the negative is actually the clumping, so there's no clumping. I just assumed there was clumping, but there's actually a separating on the positive, so separating. Okay, I don't know what that letter was. So, though there is not much action happening on the positive in the unearthed vessel, it shows that there is a corroding outwards of metal, but not of very visible gas. Unless you speed up the amps, which causes output of both. But what is visible is that the negative is bubbling. Lots is coming out of the negative, and that's a gas, hydrogen. Which means that's one way to make a hydrogen-powered vehicle. Whereas the other way around, it's producing carbon. But the opposite effect is happening where the negative is the corroder. Okay? So you're getting less hydrogen, and the bonding is bonding from positive to negative on the unearthed, but it's going from negative to positive on the earthed. So this is the secret for electroplating, is to understand this very thing. Alright? Now, what is it doing to the human? Well, now that we know this nature, that wearing shoes, the unearthed vessel underneath, plastic, P for plastic, the human goes to church wearing shoes, and the hydrogen comes out, and they have to go toilet and stuff because they fart a lot because they're wearing shoes. They fart a lot more when you wear shoes, and that's hydrogen gases coming out. But the thing is, if you praise and all those good positive stuff, and you're wearing shoes in church, what's going to happen is corroding. It's going to be the shedding of your metals on your DNA and in yourself that strengthen yourself. And that's why old men are getting bored in church, because they're believing in the positive, which is a good thing. But wear bare feet while you're at it. If you wear shoes and you do the positive, well, you get shedding. But if you wear no shoes, like the second vessel, which is earthed, and then you do positive, there's no shedding. Instead, you will give off carbon dioxide, more exhale of carbon dioxide. And the corroding only happens when you're exposed to negativity with bare feet. I don't know if you understand that picture at all. Okay, but this is the earthed being. And so what you got is people wearing shoes and being negative bastards all their life. And they try to call it positive.